Hey there, this is Steve Jackson's Sorcery Part 3, and my name is Dr. Nought, and today, well, we've got a lot of choices after we depress that kid, and I think what I want to do is I want to head and view all of the not dilapidated locations. So I want to go up here, and then maybe we'll have to venture around into this old crusty part, and then we'll come up to Kariyama, where so many people are from, and then cross the bridge. That's the kind of long-term goal. Let's see if we can do that, so let's head north. Another night begins. You should try to find a place to sleep, especially after walking all day without eating. You walk through wide fields thick with crops. A few goats graze on low hillocks in the land, watching you with beady eyes. This place seems to be rich, far richer than the villages west of Kari. It seems impossible that it could ever become a place as desolate as the Baklands. Let's just rest here. It's actually let's just keep moving on, because what's the purpose of resting if I can't gain stamina? And if I don't eat the whole day before I rest, I can't gain stamina. I think moving on might make me lose stamina. I'm not sure. So okay, I talked myself back into resting. I was gonna rest, and then I talked myself out of it, and then I talked myself somehow circularly back into it. So let's just do it. You lie down to rest in the long grass. Removing your pack on the grass, you try to settle despite the cold. You have not eaten yet today, but you have no provisions, and only a single vial of healing blimberry juice. No. You close your eyes and let your tiredness overtake you. Sleep well, Lorag murmurs in her mind. Perhaps I will wake you if anything approaches. Perhaps. Your dreams quickly become nightmares. There is a rope around your neck, growing tighter. The king of Analand stands before you, cursing you for your failure. You were sent for the crown, he spits, but instead you wandered the wilderness like a fool. You try to protest your innocence, but you cannot speak. You cannot even find words to breathe. You make a whispered vow through your crushed windpipe to do better, to serve better, but with the words comes the crushing sense that you cannot hope to succeed. You know it, and so does the king, and the rope around your neck both tightens and grows thicker, until it is like an arm crooked at your throat. Your eyes flick open. A despair snake is wrapped around your throat, breathing its miserable breath into your eyes. Wait, in real life? Oh, Jesus. Alright, let's fight it. You draw your sword. The snake leaps back from you, baring its fangs. So this is a despair snake, huh? I have a feeling this thing's not going to defend. I'm going to go and do a walloping 7... Yes. Damn it! That's... The despair snake snaps and hisses at the air between you, and you feel somewhat saddened by the idea of conflict. You swing out wildly, not really expecting to chop the creature in two, as it slivers, not slithers, but slivers away, where you cannot hope to possibly reach it. It lifts up, baring its mighty fangs. You know it to be an impossible enemy. You cannot hope to survive. So, Despair Snake obviously wreaks despair on my soul. Let's just... yeah, holy crap. That was good. You curl up into a crouch. The Despair Snake strikes. You haul yourself away. You fall badly as you stagger back. It disappears into the shadows. Let's do a modest 5, let's say. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna do this. Okay. You wait as the Despair Snake shifts, foolishly exposing its belly. Then you attack sadly. Swinging forwards, you cut at the beast's neck. All this fighting seems so unnecessary, but it recoils, hissing and spitting. So let's defend. I wonder if it's gonna... yeah, it's gonna like almost like... so what it looks like it's doing is doing almost like it's max attack, defending, max attack, defending. So right now it should defend again, right? You fall back exhausted. The Despair Snake whips out with its tail. You slope off out of the way as best you can. You look to run away, but there is escape. Wait, what? There is escape, or probably there should be no escape. It hisses in the darkness, your only friend. Let's defend. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. You cannot lift your head. The Despair Snake tries to knock you over with its thick neck, but you duck. If this thing defends, I swear to God. You try to keep going as the snake winds away. You swipe at the air with your sword. For what good it will do, your blow hits home, but the Despair Snake slithers quickly away between the columns. This is getting obnoxious. You fall back tired. The Despair Snake strikes. You desperately defend yourself. It spits in the gloom. Let's defend again. Okay, now it's doing a different thing. You stay down. The Despair Snake attempts to swipe you with its vicious tail, but you step sadly aside. You fall badly as you stagger back. It slinks away. So I think it's going to defend. There we go. And now we're going to wallop it. You try your best to maintain your guard. The despair snake coils around you, hissing but not connecting. Your thoughts are filled with old age and disease. It slithers off into the darkness all around. Here we go. No! Son of a despair snake. It shifts, exposing its neck. You attack rather badly. You bring your sword down, but it recoils. The despair snake lashes out wildly, and you are filled with a sense of melancholy longing. It raises itself and displays its vicious jaws. With luck, it will leave you alone. You are surely beneath it. Alright, now it's gonna... yeah, holy moly. This thing is kind of hard to figure out. You fall back miserable. The despair snake whips out with its tail. You slink out of the way. You look to run away, but there is escape. Wait, what? It winds itself away. That's weird. I look to run away, but there is escape, so just go. Run! I'm defending again. Alright, I'm thinking it's gonna go big next time. You stay low. The despair snake circles you, threatening you, but not landing a blow. You cannot help but picturing what might happen if you broke your leg. That's... okay, let's go. Oh my god, I can't figure this thing out. A good enough moment to strike presents itself. You push through the air with your blade, but the despair snake slithers quickly away out of reach. Didn't know that was a word. It lifts up, bearing its terrible bite. Perhaps you could buy its mercy with the gift of one of your feet. That would be better than dying. You fall back exhausted. The despair snake strikes. You haul yourself away. It disappears into the shadows. I'm defending again. Okay. I'm trying to... okay, so it's been defending twice in a row. I think. You stay crouched. The despair snake coils around you, hissing but not connecting. So, okay, there we go. We got it. Okay, so now we're going to do the big one. It should die. You keep up your defense. The despair snake circles you, threatening you but not landing a blow. It slithers off into the darkness all around. Here we go. Oh my... like, I wonder, like, how... it's going to do a huge attack on this next one. We'll kill it after this one, but I'm going to defend because it's going to hit me hard. The despair snake shifts, foolishly exposing its belly. Then you attack as best you can muster. You move your blade down, but it recoils. Despair snake is moving more like a slug now. You can't help feeling it seems quite pathetic. It raises itself and displays its mighty fangs. Ah! Man, this thing is hard to figure out. You fall back tired. The despair snake whips out with its tail. You slope off out of the way as best you can. You fall badly as you stagger back. So all I have to do is one attack here. There. God, get out of here. That was so hard to land a blow when it wasn't defending. You try not to give up. You swipe at the arrow with your sword stroke. With a final, heartfelt sigh, the despair snake falls to the ground and promptly expires. As though simply giving in. You suddenly feel much, much better. Except, I lost 8 stamina, which is apparently shameful. Oh my gosh. You gasp with relief. The cold night closes in over you, and you try to sleep. How could you possibly sleep after that? Alright, during the past day, you found no new clues. Haha! That was a good day. The sunlight wakes you. Let's just go. You stride on through the long, swishing grass. Then, from somewhere close at hand, you hear a voice. Someone there? Got any water? Have you? You turn around on the spot, but there is no one else in sight. The grassy plains stretch endlessly away. Where are you? You call out. I can't see you. Aha! The voice declares. I thought I heard someone. Down here, please. Any food you have? Water? Anything? You hunt through the long grass. Warmer, calls the voice. Getting warmer. You approach the source of the sound, though you can still see nothing through the long grass. Then suddenly the voice yelps. Watch out! Careful! You look down sharply to see a face staring back at you. The head is sitting in the mud, just by your boot. Greetings, it declares cheerfully enough. Do you have any water? I'm dying of thirst. What are you? You demand, part astounded and part disgusted by this creature. But the head only splits into a grin. What do you think I am? He replies. I am a thief. A thief? That's right, a good one, until they spotted me. It grins with pride. Stole one too many goats, it replies. Ishtara is a great place, but they don't take well to goat stealing. It gets their goat, as they say, gets their back right up. I don't understand. Well, I didn't bury myself down here, did I? The head coughs. Listen, do you have any water, or don't you? I could poison... No, I'm not gonna poison the guy. I don't have any water, you tell the head. It sighs. Well, nice talking to you then, but I need to save my moisture. If you come back this way, do stop by. The head closes its jaw. Should I? Yeah, should I? Here, whatever. I'm just gonna. Will you still be here? Not like I'm going anywhere, the head replies through clamped teeth. What? Okay, so we're gonna head west. It looks like I could just, like, hightail it through the fields. But I want to go see what this thing is. You walk for half an hour across the grassland, enjoying the soft chirping of the insects. The sun has not yet crested the last peaks in the east. Nearby, you hear the sound of hammers on stone. Let's go check it out. You approach the sound to find a group of workmen erecting a scaffold. They ignore your approach. As you approach the scaffold, you are stopped by a large Sven wearing a metal helmet. Stay back, the creature says. Big rocks high up. What are you building? You ask curiously. This seventh beacons. This one prevent collapsinatings in the cloud mountains. Also make weather nice. He turns to glance over his shoulder and shout incomprehensible insults at the group of worker Svins who are clambering about in the upper reaches of the frame. How does a beacon prevent avalanches? You ask. Sven shrugs. Magic is magic, he answers. We know. This high, this wide, this strong. Strong enough to hold Oliphant. The rest is them problem. He jerks a thumb in a general eastward direction. Whose problem? He jerks his clawed thumb eastwards again, but seems reluctant to say any more than that. The scaffold sits in a deep pit in the ground, which is being used to hold foundations. I need to cross the mountains to the east, you tell him. The Sven shrugs. Use the bridge. We built for this. There's a crash from the site, and the Sven turns around and roars, stomping back towards the construction. Yeah, I'll just follow him. You follow him curiously, and see that one of the bamboo supports has bent and buckled under the weight of two Svins, who are now clinging on like spider monkeys above the pit below. The Sven to whom you were talking is scratching his belly and trying to work out what to do. You step forward, intending to assist, then realize you do not know what to do. The two creatures are some height up, and swaying violently back and forth. The leader is scratching his chin, clearly thinking hard. Let's give him the levitation thing. You open your eyes to begin a spell, but the Sven knocks your hands down on reflex. None that, he scolds. We engineers. With that, he goes over to the edge of the pit and collects two unused bamboo rods, and lays them down across the pit. He then gathers another two, and you quickly realize he is building a support framework to allow the stranded Svins to climb down. You take advantage of the distraction to walk around the site, and poke into the materials they have in their stores. It is mostly as you might expect, bamboo, hardwood for cutting joists, and various hammers, chisels, and lathes. If there is to be stonework, that must be arriving later. Behind all of this is a small metal box with a catch on the lid and a gourd of water. Huh. You take the gourd and test the water inside. It seems fresh enough. It presumably belongs to one of the workmen. You put it in your pack, remembering the parched head in the fields to the east. I'm gonna leave this because I would imagine I'm gonna get in trouble. You leave the box where it is. Whatever it contains is presumably important to the builders. The rest of the materials on the site are uninteresting, except for a sharp-edged, hewing axe. You pick it up and quietly slip it into your pack. Then it is time to go. Alright, cool, I got an axe. You move on, leaving the workers to their task. So I will go back to this head to see what it's about, but I do want to take a look at something. Is it considered a weapon? A heavy axe intended for chopping through wood and foliage. Probably not the best weapon to have. Let's go back to this head. I'm curious. The air stirs a little, it's still cold but fresh. You walk back through the long, lush fields. Are you there? You call out. Down here, replies the head. You find it in the grass. Did you bring water? Please say you did. Yeah, sure. You open your pack and take out the water gourd. The head follows your every movement with insatiable curiosity. Then it throws back its upper jaw in excitement. I'm just picturing this, like, pumpkin head that when it throws back its jaw, it's like the back and top of its head is like laying on the ground, so it's like on almost like a hinge. You squat down and pour... Okay, what? I don't get the pun! Okay. And pour the water into its mouth. It coughs and splutters, drinking to clear its mouth but not wanting to stop. Wonderful, it declares. You have no idea how wonderful. That'll keep me going, oh, another day at least. Let's see. I want to know what you're doing here. I'm being punished for my crimes, the head replies, obviously. I'm not on holiday, but I promise you I'm reformed. I'm quite harmless now. What do you know about this place? What, this place? It's a punishment field. I have no idea how many other unfortunates are here. You can't even see them, and they quickly learn to be quiet. Why are they quiet, you ask? Sound attracts animals, the head replies. Lynch bugs, badu beetles, harpies. Not like we can defend ourselves. The head smiles thinly. Have you heard of the Seven Serpents? The head frowns. I want to lie to you and say yes, it replies eventually, but I won't. I've never heard of any serpents, and 7 sounds like a lot. There's a shivering in his voice as he speaks. Head's eye twitches, as though itching. What the hell? You kneel down and scratch the head above its left eye. It lets out a gasp of approval, murmuring, You have no idea how that feels, stranger. The head mumbles something, but keeps its lips closed. It clearly isn't going to speak any further. Yes. I'll get you out of there, you declare. The head jiggles. That would be a great idea, it agrees. I'd be more grateful than you can imagine. You scrape into the mud either side of the head with your hands. There seems to be some kind of neck below the chin, which goes down into the ground. Are you seriously going to dig me out with your fingernails, the head asks? Because that's going to take a long time. I mean, I feel like... Don't I have, like, freaking... Should I use my sword? I'm going to decapitate this guy. What spell could I possibly have? I guess I could make myself bigger, and then just, like, pluck him out of the ground. Let's see what we got here. I don't want to use my sword. I know we're going to freaking... Mud, what is this? Great quicksand, we'll just kill him. M-A-G. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay. How about Z-A-P? Nope. Z-I-P? Nope. Love to be able to teleport. We can with the beacons, I guess, but... Just saying in general. S-I-X. I can make 6 of myself. Or... S-A-P. Cause depression. Let's just make 6 of myself and we'll just dig around them real fast. What do you say? Reaching up to the stars, you create the magic, and 5 clones step out from behind you, forming a semicircle. Let's do it. Working together, you dig the head out of the ground in no time. Find he is in fact a man buried up to his neck in the ground. Blessed Throth, he breathes. I can hardly believe it. Turning to you, he lowers his eyes in solemn acknowledgement. I am quite clear. I owe you my life. I will repay the debt any way I can, though I have little to offer. One by one, your clones vanish. He pats down his pockets. I have nothing to offer you. I require information, you tell him. He shrugs. I've been buried in the ground for some time, but I tell you what, I'll go back to Kariyama, and find out what I can. If we meet again, I'll give you the meat of it. Acceptable? I wish you would, like, come with us on the journey. Fine. Acceptable. He nods. And so, we are quits? Be well. Then, with a flamboyant wave, he takes off across the field at a run. After a few paces, he seems to trip on something, but he quickly gets up, apologizes to something you cannot see, oh my god, and is gone into the mist of the backlands. So he just tripped on a head. Jesus. Okay, so I wonder if we walk across it. So this is the punishment field. They're not actually growing crops. They're growing, or they're planting humans, I guess. Let's walk this way. Or we can stay. What? No. Or we can stay. I'll just go this way. We're close to the border again. You walk on across the waste until you join an old road. The sun continues to climb the steep sky. On and on you go, pausing every now and again to scout out the land ahead. Then suddenly, you stop. Something is moving over the next rise, approaching very fast. Let's hide. You drop down behind a nearby outcrop to watch as the shape approaches. It is a small, two-legged creature about half your size, but it seems to be approaching at a remarkable rate. Alright, let's hail it. You step out from behind the rock again. Raising a hand, you hail the tiny creature. As it gets close, you see it is a small gnome-like creature with dark skin and ugly features. Its little legs move at an incredible rate, and it helps itself along with a walking stick. You approach the creature, who pauses to regard you. Silently, you wonder to yourself if the creature is a friend or foe. "Have it whichever way you like," shouts the creature in a squeaky voice. "How did you hear me?" The gnome smiles. "You think very loud, like shouting in a thunderstorm." Is that loud? Relatively, it's quiet compared to a thunderstorm. The remark doesn't make much sense, yes. "I'll be your friend," you suggest. "Very good," the creature replies. Then it narrows its eyes. "Now prove it!" He holds out a grubby hand, expecting some kind of gift. No. You shake your head, keeping your pack closed. "Foe, then," the creature replies. It shrugs. "Shame. We could have been good for each other. Now, get out of my way." Should we fight it or not? The fact that it can read my mind, I don't know. Let's be a little combative here. "You can't order me around," you reply. The gnome snickers. "Analander," it replies, "I don't care if your pride is wounded. That's nothing to the wound I'll give you if you don't get out of the way and let an old lady past." The creature is reaching for its stick. Let's see. You stand your ground, not afraid of this midget. Well, that's a bit offensive, but okay. It lifts its stick and makes to strike you across the cheek. You draw your broadsword and parry the blow, but the moment your blade touches the stick, it is transformed, and you are suddenly grasping a twisted, ugly snake. Oh, crap. You grasp the snake and begin throttling it. While you are occupied, the gnome beetles away down the mountainside on its fast legs. The moment it disappears from view, the snake in your hand, snake in your grasp, turns back into your sword, and you find yourself squeezing your hands around a blade. You snatch your grasp away, but not before it has cut your palms. Ow. That is unpleasant. Damn little thing. I want to drink my juice, because here's what I want to do. I think if we can drink our juice... Oh, I don't want the empty... what is this? Something items? Other items. Nope, not what I wanted to press. There we go, let's drink this. That only gave us 3, but what I'm hoping is now that when we rest this night, this upcoming night, we'll gain some stamina back too, because we had some food. Alright, what is this? This says, "Towards the village." That is what we will do in the next episode. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Take care as always, and goodbye.